This short video shows how to access my YouTube channel, or one of several, and basically even with just a mouse you can see roughly what the content is just by hovering over. I have hundreds of videos on even my first YouTube channel, because I started putting videos up when YouTube first came out. Before that I was having to put it in my own web space. So for example, that one there, Grumpy Old Men with the Rockets. But you won't want all that stuff showing grumpy old men misbehaving. 3, 2, 1, 0. Of course, you can expand full screen. But first, the basics. Looking at something in so-called landscape mode, in other words, just like on a television. And ideally, for my web pages, that line of text at the top above the images should be one line. And that certainly won't be the case for a lot of people. And to get to the YouTube channel, at the moment, you just tap on that. Obviously we've got translation flags along here for other languages. For the content below, which if you simply scroll down, you've got here. Some people will find these changing pictures uncomfortable, but it does mean that you can just be on a page and see roughly the content of something. So that was radio direction finding many years ago, early 90s I think. But back to the subject of YouTube. In recent years it's been quite fashionable to use so-called portrait mode because of cheap smartphones, and yes, our fridge has that. And to get to the YouTube channel, click on that. Layout is slightly different, but the same thing in principle. I don't know what happens if I touch that. It just goes straight into the video. Easter Friday 2022 with the Lovelock family in Sunninghill. This is a very rough draft, and you can skip with the time bar. Oh, hello. Toadie has just come in, interrupting me. Sorry about that. It's a distraction. So unfortunately June doesn't like me rotating the fridge on its side in order to get portrait mode. So let's go back to our other PC in the lounge. So where were we? This television in the lounge has got a decent resolution, as has the little £70 PC which is generating the video. Here we just simply can hover over the videos and see the content. So that is the 1970s, so that's whatever it is, hours and hours of video. And of course the content of this channel will have changed by the time you look at this video, because this video will be going along at the front, and I simply put the videos up with the whatever the last one is at the front, and so they go on as I am inclined to. Here's another video, and I use that to demonstrate the automatic subtitles with translation into any language. Got a choice of pretty well any language. Just click on the settings and auto translate into, and there you go, Afrikaans, Albanian, in alphabet, Arabic, etc. So for example Arabic. So now it should automatically translate. So
replay on a 3D terrain model of our
walk around the gardens of St Paul's, Walton Bury, and a glimpse of earlier work from the 1970s. Right, that's enough of that. I've switched it back to English subtitles, and I must emphasise that what you're about to see is many years ago, and also that I have friends everywhere, and that includes either side in a war zone. So let's just start that rolling, and you'll see the sad, of course 3D modelling goes back to the NATO days, and particularly ESAMs. This is our walk, and June's going to talk about it.
I did the track on my Outdoor Active tracking app. So that's the Ordnance Survey mapping, and here is the
See,
3D.
the text is doing that, and let's just see. That's going to the detail of the same subject. Music. Perhaps my wife isn't quite as stupid as I am. Well done, dear. Of course, 3D modelling goes back to the NATO days, and particularly ESAMs.
ESAMs have included digital mapping in systems for many years. These facilities can now be made available in tactical systems. Terrain models can rapidly predict communications coverage or the line of sight based on terrain masking.
That was Eastern Germany. And of course, that's the problem, I'm going off subject.
A vehicle fitted with GPS and a computer can provide continuous navigation assistance to the driver. In addition to showing the vehicle's position as a moving symbol on the map, the computer can speak to the driver, letting him keep his eyes on the road.
Straight over the roundabout near the Esso filling station.
Attention, gunfire detected.
Right, well, it's all on YouTube. And don't forget, that's very old information. That video was made in 1991,
Bearing message received from Alpha 2 bridge as follows. Bearing 355 degrees. Land running east.
that application was running on DOS before we adopted Windows when it came out, Windows 3.1, because it had speech recognition in it.